Let me try to tell you a little bit about my proposed film. It's called The Play of Shadows. It's about Indonesian wayang kulit shadow puppet theater. I'm in love with the shadow puppet theater and have been for decades. It's one of the world's great art forms. It's been little documented. As far as I know, there are no documentary films about it. I think we here in Victoria, in Australia, are well positioned as Indonesia's nearest neighbors to tell the story and share it with the English-speaking world and indeed around the world. The plays encompass every aspect of life, from birth through love, comedy, death, warfare. They're mystical and at the same time very, very earthy. Everything about them is designed to appeal to all age groups, to children and to elderly people. And I hope that my documentary can capture some of that energy and beauty. I think it's interesting to tell the story of how the genre has developed and changed over time. There are now modern puppet plays in the tradition that incorporate light shows and Western art and electronic music and all sorts of innovation, new puppet design. The art form of how the puppets themselves are carved and created and painted is in itself worthy of a documentary. It's fascinating. Everything in the genre is made by hand. Nothing is bought in stores. Nothing is faked. And if we can use episodes from the puppet play in situ, lit by a beautiful oil lamp swinging in the moonlight in a jungle clearing next to a village surrounded by barefoot youngsters and old people in sarongs and batik enjoying an ancient tale, I think we'll capture people's hearts and create something really valuable and really beautiful, and that's what I'm trying to do. The team on the project, myself, I've lived in Indonesia for many years. I did a PhD there. I've also produced albums and radio shows of my recordings of traditional music there. My most recent work there was I directed a documentary on the life of Kartika Effendi, who's a great Indonesian feminist and modern artist, an 84-year-old woman. If you haven't seen it, please do. It's worth telling the story now because the wayang kulit, while it's been around for millennia, is at a kind of crossroads, not only because there are so many innovations going on in the younger generation, but also because we're at a time where Islamic fundamentalism is becoming a real force in Indonesia, and many of those fundamentalists object to the wayang kulit and are trying to stamp it out, and in fact have violently interrupted performances in some villages. So it's become almost a controversial issue in some ways, whether Indonesia can find a way forward. So in conclusion, let's make this movie. I'm looking for a little development money, and I hope you'll help me out. Thank you. Bye-bye.